Hello everyone, we are back with another video on the Sydney and Charlie channel, and today we are on a walk. Just walked down to this beautiful beach. I'm currently down in Plymouth, right out of the way. I need to watch myself because the tide is coming in. I don't know if you can actually see just out there, but there is a massive storm coming in and the waves are huge. So today I wanted to talk about whether I'll post this or not, but this is primarily for me and this is almost like therapy for me. And yeah, I might just post it just for a bit of fun, shits and gigs. But yeah, today I would like to talk about the Fomo-Apocalypse and that urge you get to constantly want to be doing something else. So, what is the Fomo-Apocalypse? I would say that the Fomo-Apocalypse is when you're on social media or anything involving seeing other people's lives that you don't know personally, your mind naturally develops the idea as it being better than your own, being better than your decisions, and yeah, I'll be right back. I'm back. Why I left, I don't know. So the Fomo-Apocalypse is effectively just you seeing what other people are doing and thinking that it's better, which in many cases it is not. And I think this is the main part that construes a lot of us. So you may see someone out and about, like, you know, maybe on holiday somewhere, and you think that's their whole embodiment, when really it's so incorrect. You tend to be doing your day-to-day job, day-to-day lifestyle that you don't deem as important or as fulfilling, when they usually think the same. And I derive this from the mentality that whoever you are, you'll never be fulfilled within yourself until you really understand what fulfillment is. And it's something that I don't think many people can really reiterate. I don't think I can either. But like in my head, it's kind of a thing of fulfillment is just living. Just being alive, being present when you're alive, and just making the most of your present moment. I think that is what fulfillment is, and believing that and putting that into action. I really do think, looking on my own, looking at myself, I'm very much I get a lot of desire from the final destination. And everyone says it's about the journey, and that is simply true. It's all about the journey. If you don't enjoy the journey, you won't reach the destination. Yes, of course you want to have a target, but you can't just run towards this without enjoying anything else. You need to enjoy the hustle, the lifestyle, or whatever you're doing, whatever that may be. And if you just can't enjoy it, then you should be doing something else, or have a purely different mentality of what you're doing. I'm getting at this because these past 2 days I've been thinking a lot about what I'm doing and what I should be doing. Because obviously there's that you need to have that balance of fulfillment, as we have just stated, but also still having the desire and the motivation to get towards where you want to go. Because if you're not careful, that fulfillment that I just mentioned could be taken as complacency. And obviously complacency is not where you want to be at all. So this video is primarily about my career choices and where I should be aiming my attention at. Because after all, your attention is the most valuable asset that you hold. Your attention is everything. Wherever your attention is, if it's divided, if it's solely on one thing, It's like a tsunami coming in. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, what I'm trying to get at is that it's solely about your attention and where you're putting it. And yeah, of course you can be putting your attention into 10 good different things, but take one of them things, you're only going to get as far as you know, someone who's at the same level as a tenth of your attention span. You understand? Which is not far, because that person's an idiot if they're 100% as you're 10%. But you can't imagine to pass someone who's the same as you, applying 100% into something, and you're only applying 10%. So life is really about the decision of where your attention goes, not so much your physical actions, because they come after, but your attention. Because you could be doing, if you're working in Sports Direct, trying to get money to start an activist party or to start some environmental research, or you're working in Sports Direct to go on the binge on the weekend. Same situation, same physical actions, but different attention. And that is the part that you should really think about, because with attention comes everything else. So Charlie, where's your attention at the moment? I would say my attention is currently pretty mindless. I think physically wise, I am working as a diver, earning decent money. I'm also growing a marketing agency, which is going well. It's a bit stagnant, but it's going well. And you know, keeping fit, that's a part of my attention at the moment quite heavily. My skin's a part of my attention quite heavily at the moment. And that is primarily kind of it. I have not been thinking about my environmental studies. I have not been thinking about where I want to be in 5 years. I haven't been thinking about that. I've been thinking about getting money for a mortgage with my diving. I've been thinking about using my marketing to go to live wherever I want, to be geographic wherever I please. And that is primarily it for my attention span and my physical attention. And what I'm trying to do with this video is align what I am wanting to achieve finally and what I'm doing now to achieve that. What habits am I putting in place today to have the fruits of my labor of tomorrow? And how much attention am I putting into that? And is my percentage of what I'm putting into it better than someone else's 100? So, my diving. I put very little to no attention of my diving. It is very much I'll send out an email, and whether it comes back to me, I'll get work. I'm not actively scavenging and searching for work constantly. I'm not constantly out my way working, diving. It comes to me naturally, and that's how I do it. But my actual attention is not in becoming a diver for the rest of my life. That is very, very vaguely been a part of my attention earlier on, but not so much now. I'm very much not have my intentions to be a diver long term. Why is that? I would say it's because I don't want to be away from home. In my head, it's just a labour job. It's the same as being a builder or a carpenter or a bricklayer. Like, it's all the same thing. It's just slightly different money, but in a lot of times it's actually not. It's the same. And if anything, you're earning less amount of a trade because you're just a diver, and it's very labour intensive on the low levels of diving. Yeah, when you're offshore, it's great. It's not that hard on you, but inshore, it's quite rough on your body. And obviously your body is your vessel to life, and if your body is damaged, so is your life, the way you see it and the way you interact with it. And that is something we cannot understate. We must consider that quite heavily, and that's what I've been trying to do. So if I'm not planning on being a diver for the rest of my life, what am I doing to not be a diver? So I've got my marketing business, which is going well. We have 5 clients. We're on about £1,000 a month at the moment. And the idea here is to grow a business where you haven't got to be in a place where you can work from your laptop, you can earn money, and you can effectively live wherever you want and explore and do whatever you want in your free time. Why do you want to do that? I want to do that so I can focus on what I want to do, which is investigating the environment. Why do you want to investigate the environment? I feel like that is the thing that drives me. I feel like that is what I have potential in to really aspire to achieving full fulfillment, which is enjoying and being present. I think if you naturally enjoy something more, you're going to be present more, and present is happiness. Being present is fulfillment, and that is what you should be striving to achieve. So what is bugging you then, if you're doing everything you need to get to where you want to go? So I've applied for uni for environmental studies, because that is what I think I want to be a part of, that I want to engage my mind in, that I want to benefit the world in a sustainable and environmental way, and have the ability and the knowledge to actually explore, not just explore, but help others explore and help others see, allowing other people to see what you can see, allowing other people to appreciate the rock formation or the sea or the plants and the trees and the animals, to be able to let someone else see that through you, because you're able to tell them and explain it in a way that engages them. Sounds a lot like a teacher, doesn't it? Look, I just want to explore, but I'm not exploring at the moment. I'm sat, I'm diving. At the moment, I'm not even diving, I'm on standby, so I'm getting paid full rate, but I'm just sat in a hotel. I'm working on my business, that's fine, it's going well. It's good that I'm able to do that, but it lacks your fulfillment, you know? I'm lacking fulfillment at the moment. I'm not out enough, I'm not exploring. And ultimately that's why I'm here. That's why I've came down here. That's why I've came here to see, you know, what this beautiful spot is, and it's gorgeous. My friend recommended it to me, and yeah, it's quite beautiful. But yeah, what I'm trying to get at with the Fomo-Apocalypse is, it's quite a funny word, Fomo-Apocalypse, like apocalypse, but FOMO. So it's a fear of missing out apocalypse. I think that this is a massive thing, and it's affected by me. I get affected by it greatly because you are presented with so many of these false realities and false prophets, as J. Cole would say, and just yeah, not untangible positions, and it skews your idea of the world and what you can achieve, and it also skews what you're doing. It makes you think you're not doing enough. In my case, I don't feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. And I think a lot of people can be in that place as well, doing the wrong thing. Because not doing enough, you can hit a top on that. You can top that out. You can, like, I'll get up at 7, I'll work until 5, and then I'll relax. Because you need to relax in order, you know, it's all worked out. There's no misunderstanding there. There's no insecurity on that matter, whereas doing the wrong thing is a whole completely different topic, because 9 times out of 10 you don't know yourself well enough to tell you, to better say what you should do. Sometimes even compared to other people, a lot of the time other people will know more about you than yourself, because they're not stuck in your head with all these thoughts rambling around. They see you in the unconscious actions that you do and the things that you naturally want to talk about more. they see you in only your physical actions and not your mental thoughts. And ultimately, a person has millions of thoughts a day, and that will skew you from the ones that matter. Whereas in reality, the thoughts that do matter become reality unconsciously or consciously. They go from a mental thought to a physical speech or action, and they're the ones they pick up. So your friends, your colleagues, your family, your loved ones, they almost just see your filtered true actions a lot of the time. To the people that you hold close, that are past the facade that you hold up. And I think that's the people you need to really consider more when you're thinking about these things. Because I think a lot of the time you think that you know yourself best, when yes, sometimes you do, but sometimes you also don't. And there's nothing wrong with getting someone else's opinion. And effectively, I feel like I'm rambling a lot here, but no one's going to see this anyway. But yeah, just kind of coming to grips with all of that, that the stuff you see online, you shouldn't think about it, you should ignore it, and at the end of the day, they're posting that to get views and clicks and whatever, you know, whether that's coming from someone else's account or just like a page. You need to be aware of that and not let it affect your internal. As Conor McGregor will say, don't let the external affect your internal, which is very true. It's hard to do because you have to be conscious on it, but effectively I came down here to talk to myself and to really work out where I'm going to go next. The reason why this Fomo-Apocalypse sprung to my mind is because I see a lot of people doing sporadic things that I'm jealous of, people exploring, people seeing the world in ways that I ultimately want to see it. I want to do that, I want to do this, but I also want to do this, but I'm also doing that now. See what I mean? There's no winning to that. There's no success, there's no this is the one thing I'm going to do. You're always going to have that mentality. You will always have it. You will always think you're doing the wrong thing. You will always think you're incorrect. You will always think what you're doing makes no sense and you're delusional, and you should be doing something else. You should be enjoying your life more. You should be focusing more. You should be working harder. You should be working less. There's no winning to that mentality, and one would say it's a blessing because you will find what you want to do. The same with, and I think it ultimately stems from a hard work ethic. One thing that really stuck in my brain was when I was talking to my brother about careers, and I always think that I've been really, I always overthink stuff. I always really think really deeply into stuff, and I'm always afraid to make rash decisions. And without a stutter, he said to me, "You're the type of guy that just throws spaghetti at the wall and hopes something will stick, but something always will stick." And it kind of held me in disbelief, because in my head I'm constantly overthinking things, whereas to an external person I'm pretty reckless, but it will always work. And that is what stuck with me and made me think that it's just in your head and you naturally follow what you're meant to do. And I think the reason why I throw spaghetti at a wall and hope something sticks is because I have a hard work ethic, and because I'm willing to swap out and change and try something new and understand that some things aren't right. And that hard work ethic comes that uncertainty. And again, the hard work ethic, some will see it as a blessing, to be able to get up every day. When I'm working for diving, I get up at 4 a.m. every day to do an hour or 2 hours of work before I even go to work, and then I come back from work, and then I work until 9. So I'm working from 4 till 9 when I'm on shift. 4 till 9 on my own business and on my diving. So how much hours is that? It's fucking 6, 8, 16, 17 hours of work I'm doing when I'm diving. 17 hours of work. It makes you think, are you doing the right thing? Because if that's not working, then what else will? It can't be this. But then here comes the whole wanting to jump ship easily. This video is a shambles. I'll post it, but please, if you're watching this far, you're pretty fucking stupid as much as I am. Right, this is the point of this video, was to talk to myself about what am I doing is right. So yeah, we just spoke about how I want to explore more. I see other people exploring and I'm jealous of it, but it's not real. It's a false reality and it's a false goal, but there is value in it. And the value that I saw in one of the few videos that I watched was that you haven't got to be one person for your whole life. You haven't got to be this one person who sets out to do this one thing, achieves it, and then it's done. You haven't got to be that guy. You haven't got to stick to one craft, to one skill, to one mentality your whole life. You have enough time to trial and error. You have enough time to work things out on your own. You've got enough time to not have to work it all out overnight. And that's the part that I struggle with the whole not knowing your final destination, not knowing that it will pay off, not knowing that what you're doing is right. And that's why I struggle with the uncertainty. But that's what life should be, the uncertainty of it all. You look at a fucking lion, they don't know when the next gonna eat, they don't know what's going on the next week. And that's what life should be like. Taking risks. No risk, no reward. And you need that risk to fuel you, like Elon Musk says. You need to have some risk in what you're doing. You need to have some uncertainty, or else you haven't got the fuel to do it. The fuel from doing low risk things is way less than your high risk chances and the chance of everything going tits up. I keep on going off topic. So you want to be an explorer. What in? But looking at geology, because it's land-based and I enjoy land-based stuff, and I think I can, go anywhere I want. Australia, I really want to move to Australia. I think I should go there sooner rather than later, because I need to see if it's worth it. This is the whole thing. If you don't do things, you don't know, and then you have regret. That's the sole thing you need to avoid, is the regret of not doing things. Not doing things doesn't matter. It's of not doing things. Not things you didn't do for whatever reason that may be. It's usually a mental thing. And that's what breaks it down. Not doing things. And that is something that I need to master. It's all about taking the reins of your life and really going like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Why? I don't know why. Where's it gonna take me? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. And that's the part that I nearly said waiting for then, but there's no waiting in life. There's going and getting. There's getting to that. There's doing that. There's no waiting or hoping or, you know, there's no such thing as that. There's let's do it. We're going and we're doing it. And I think that's what I'm missing. Stop waiting, start doing, and taking grasp of things, and, you know, actively searching for where you want to be, and not thinking it will come on a uni degree, or whether it will just turn up on your doorstep, or whether it will just fall into it. Find what you want to do and pursue it. Put that attention into that. That attention that you have, put it into that. Whatever process, whatever journey you have to do to get to where you roughly want to be, like what you enjoy doing in that current moment, put your attention into that. Don't put it into work. Don't put it into fucking whatever, man. Like, your mental attention can go into anything. It doesn't matter whether you're in a prison. It doesn't matter if you're working a job all day. It doesn't matter if you're sat at home all day. Your attention is what matters, because that's manifestation. Manifestation is what gets you somewhere. It being in your attention and being your manifesto. That is what you need to think about. That is what you need to embody. The attention of what you want to achieve and applying that into that area. And that's something that I need to do more. Just break down where my attention is going. So where would you say your attention is going, or where would you want it to be on a pie chart of 100%? So I would say that diving doesn't take up a lot of attention, but a fair bit, because, you know, I'm doing it physically and you know, that's my job. So I say 20%. 20% of my attention goes into diving. What about your business? So your business will help you to achieve where you want to be, where you want to get to. Your attention. Where do you put your attention? So the business is where you want to get to. So it's decently high, but not massively, because you need to also think about where you're going to get to as well. So 20% on your diving. On your diving. Business about 50. It's quite a lot, because that's where I want to be. So you put half your time, other than sleeping, half your time and attention on your business. Half the time, 50% of the time, you need to be thinking about your business. 50%. And then you're left with 30% of your time. What you do with this? Your attention. You can be doing anything while your attention is still the same. You can be at the pub, but your attention can be on something else. And I think that's what really matters, where your attention is. But having the willpower to put it into action. I need to study more environmental things. I need to study social skills, get better at social skills, because I'm terrible with them. I'm not bad, but I could be better. When I'm by myself, I'm with other people, I can be sociable, fine. But when it's just me, I don't know what to do. But that is a skill you can work on, a skill you can improve upon, and that is purely by talking with people, realizing your worth, and being good. I mean, there's not much else to it, is there really? And confidence, I guess. But that's not a stepping stone. That's a final destination. But it's definitely something to consider. So what do I want to do more of now? So for the next couple of weeks, 9 till 5, I'm working. Or if it's not 9 till 5, I will, as long as I'm doing a total amount of, 8 hours. As long as I'm doing 8 hours of marketing a day, I'll do whatever I want in the rest. That's your attention slot done. Forget about it. You can continue doing what you truly like your environment stuff. Read some books, spend some time with the environment. So I still need to do what's the time? I have to work it out. But it's still about an hour, maybe 2 of marketing that I need to do. But once that's done, I'm going to read that book by David Attenborough. I think that's what I need to do, read more wildlife books. Actively maybe look for a free course. And, spend some time outside. Because that's what I strive to do, so why I'm not doing it, I don't really know. But yeah, 9 to 5, marketing. The rest of that, just study in the environment. Study the environment, all of its processes, and there's all of this like chilling out. There's all stigma around being relaxed and chilling out. To me, being relaxed is not watching a film and monging out. Like, potentially, depending on the film, yeah, it could be engaging. But a lot of the time, you just have that bug that you should be doing work, which is obviously not what you want to be doing. So, I think I just spend some times either watching documentaries about nature or reading books about it. And that's it. None of that bullshit, fucking liar, Jim Carrey shit I was watching, like, watch beneficial things. So that's what I'm going to do. And learning that, I'm naturally going to fall into what I want to be doing. Just get myself in the niche, get myself in the environment niche. Join some Facebook groups, go to some lit picking events, go to some reading clubs or fucking whatever, like, just do something. Because if you think about it, cool. Wait, what are you going to be then? So cool. I'm earning enough money, so I haven't got to dive. Cool. Now what are you going to do? Oh, I guess I'll start learning the environment. Will you though? What do you mean? Well, will you? Like, you're going to be earning a high-figure business. You're going to be pretty busy, mate. To start learning. But I'm already busy now. Yeah, correct. But this ain't going to change. So why are you waiting until then to start reading about this stuff? It can be leisurely. You're not doing it academically. You're not doing it for fucking to achieve something. You're just doing it because you enjoy it. So why are you putting that off when you haven't got to? Why are you waiting for that? So just get on it, mate. Like, stop waiting around. Stop thinking about this reality where you earn enough money from your laptop so you can go in the wild in Australia and do whatever you want and study and write about nature and stuff like that. Like, yeah, cool, that's amazing, but that doesn't stem from just not having to work. It doesn't stem from that. And why am I forcing myself to jump through these limbos if that's what I want to do? I haven't got to earn money. Everyone's gonna be alright. My mum's gonna be alright. Like, if I can just get a house, maybe that's just a start, mate. You're just setting yourself up for failure, lad. All that matters is the foot in front of the other, and as long as it's beneficial for what you want tomorrow. And marketing. Is it though? Is it what I want tomorrow? Well, what is it, mate? Fucking make your mind up. It's not gonna happen. You can be whoever you want, mate. It changes all the time. Changes all the time. You haven't got to be one fixed person all the time. So I think I'm sorry, I got a text. Just read more, learn about the environment, mate. That's what this whole video isn't about. That's what I need to do. Just study more about the environment, stop getting so caught up in the hell of things, like pursue environmental studies. Pursue that, and the rest will follow. Right, I think that is kind of it for today's video. Just be present, Charlie. Focus on your breathing more, like, yeah. Alright, guys. If you made it this far, you are probably just Sydney, if anyone. I doubt anyone's watched this far, so yeah, I love you. And I hope this makes some sort of sense. Yeah, probably upload this tonight. But this was my walk down to whatever it was called. Fuck knows. Nature doesn't have a name, does it? It's just like a nice little walk. So yeah. Alright guys, appreciate your time, and yeah, well, Sydney's time. And yeah, I love you, goodbye.